Young master, it's time for you to wake up, my prince. Your father is expecting you in the courtyard within the hour. I brought you some tea, and a bit of breakfast as well. Though I suggest you don't eat it too quickly. I would hate for you to get sick during sword practice, as you did the day before. Ah. Here, let me assist you, young master. Fluff these pillows slightly so you are able to sit more comfortably while partaking the eggs and hams the chefs prepared for you. How did you sleep last night? You seem to have quite the dark circles under your eyes. I was fairly certain I helped you to bed at a rather timely hour yesterday evening. Unless... Young master, tell me you weren't doing what I think you were. You know how the king and queen forbid such practices from the entire kingdom. If they found out their own son, the heir to the throne and future king of Nighthold, was participating in such forbidden acts, they would surely be furious. Of course I'm not going to tell them, young master. If they knew, then they would likely blame me as well for not paying better attention, for not making sure their son was safe and untouched by the dangerous act. But, my dear prince, please, tell me you'll stop at once. As a matter of fact, where are you hiding them? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't make me say the words out loud. I feel as though you're doing this now to simply cause trouble for me. Is this truly your only form of entertainment in the mornings? Surely there are better things you can do other than terrorizing your loyal maid. Very well. I will say it so long as you promise you will lie to me the moment I do. You swear it? So be it. My dear young prince, tell me, where are you hiding the... one moment. I need to make sure no one is listening. Why? My prince, because if the gods happen to be walking by and hear us talking about magic, then they will... That was not intentional. But, thankfully, I don't hear footsteps and I most certainly don't see anyone trying to barge in here. So, hopefully we've been offered a moment of mercy despite the severity of the situation. Now, since I said the words, please, young prince, tell me, where are you keeping the books hidden? We can't have anyone finding out that there is reading of that kind within the heir to the throne's chambers. If they did, then every noble family from here to the Red Forest will start questioning your place as the next ruler of the kingdom of Nighthold. My prince, please, keep your voice down when you talk about such things. Yes, I understand. I know magic is not innately harmful, young prince. And yes, I'm certain there are many ways that can be used to aid the kingdom and its people in their time of need. I have never been one of the naysayers. I'm not saying that I am. One of the people who believe that magic can only cause harm and suffering. From what I've seen and been told, there are many aspects of the forbidden arts that are wonderful and fantastic, that could truly uplift and benefit not only the royal family, but the people within the kingdom as well. But my prince, there are two sides to every coin, and though I might not agree with it being banned from the kingdom, I can also see your father, the king's, side of it. My mother used to tell me stories about magic, about when it was free for all to use and practice if they so wished. Yes, wonderful, amazing acts of grandeur were performed. People saved from near death. towns defended in beautiful blazes of glory. Even just simple things like glowing purple, pink, and green ribbons twirling around entertainers as they performed for citizens, sometimes even for the king himself. But where there is beauty, my prince, there is also darkness, and magic in the wrong hands can be a terrible, terrible thing. The same fires that would be used to save a village could easily burn it in inexperienced hands. Glowing ribbons used to entertain one citizen could be the very same things used to assassinate another. The king himself has experienced the injustice of magic in the wrong hands, hence why he fears it. You are wise beyond your years, young master. Though magic has been banned within the kingdom of Nighthold, that does not mean people outside the kingdom do not practice it. And, as you have shown on many occasions, even those protected by the kingdom walls occasionally dabble in their attempts at understanding the intricacies of the art. The king is powerful, but he is far from omnipotent. Though I would appreciate it if you had kept that between me and you for the time being. Listen, my dear prince. If you refuse to stop delving into the dangerous territory of the study of magic, can you at the very least do it somewhere a bit less noticeable? There are plenty of hidden passages and rooms littered through the palace. I have visited my fair share of them in the past, and I'm sure you have spent time there when you were a child as well. At the very least, use one of those when you're getting the urge to practice. And perhaps... perhaps I could offer you a few tips for a beginner. What do you mean, in what? In, well, magic, of course. You don't need to be so surprised, young master. I may be a good maid and a loyal servant to the throne, but I have my own little hobbies and interests. Now, I'm not as nervous to tell you about them due to our shared interest in the topic, though I'd still deeply appreciate it if you wouldn't tell the king or queen about my secret passion, shall we call it? Good. I'm glad we're on the same page at the very least. Now, about that preposition, what if we do this? We set up a time when, without notice, we can slip off into the secret tunnels behind the walls. Maybe we can make a camp in one of those rooms that are a bit further in case people are listening. There, I can teach you about what I know, and you can learn more about this extremely dangerous special interest. Just with a tiny bit less danger. Plus, I wouldn't mind getting to spend a bit more time with you. Of course, I spend plenty of time with you as is, taking care of your day-to-day needs, cleaning your room, making sure you're safe and comfortable, but, well, I would love to hear a bit more about your view of the world. You've always been so focused and determined, pursuing the things you truly believe in despite what others think about them. In my opinion, that proves you're going to be a genuinely forward-thinking and intuitive leader. I can see the kingdom of Nighthold truly thriving under your watch and leadership. I suppose that might seem a bit forward of me. My apologies if I made you uncomfortable at all, Your Majesty. Oh, you don't think I was overstepping? That's good. I want you to feel comfortable, young master. And, of course, I always want what's best for you. So, if it's all right with you, I'm going to gather the various books and scrolls that I'm sure you've been studying and start putting them in one of the hidden rooms near the kitchen. That way, even if we do make a bit of noise through your lessons, then at the very least the kitchen noises should cover it up. Or perhaps they will simply mistake the noises for odd-sounding mice? Yes, I suppose that would be a bit of a silly assumption. But who would instantly jump to the prince and his personal maid as studying magic in the hidden passages? The odd-sounding mice would be far more likely to assume, in my personal opinion. Hmm? Oh, you're wondering why I've been so vocal about all this. Well, promise you won't be too upset. I may or may not have cast a magical enchantment on the door that would limit the amount of sound being made. You're not upset at me using magic without telling you, are you? Huh? Huh? Teach you? I am glad to hear you're excited to learn how to do magic, but perhaps we should start with some simple spells, and we should most certainly wait until later in the evening. After all, you still have quite a few lessons that aren't banned from the kingdom. For instance, sword practice. Yes, you still need to attend your morning lessons, young master. Otherwise, your father might order extra guards to watch your door at night. And then, how would you sneak out to the study magical forces with me? Very good, young master. Now eat up your food. It has already gotten fairly cold as is, and you'll need all the energy you can get if you're going to be staying up later than you very well should be. Don't worry. I'll store away extra snacks and treats for our study sessions. Go on, eat, and then wash up, my prince. I'll choose some comfortable clothes that you can easily perform physical tasks in. And, when you're done, I'll have the head of chefs prepare your favorite meal for you. Why? Well, perhaps I'm just a bit excited that you trust me enough to talk about something so forbidden with me. You know I would never do anything to hurt you, but still, you confided in me, even if I might have prompted the conversation a bit, and you didn't instantly call the guards when I brought everything up, or mention that I use a bit of magic myself. It really means a lot to me, young prince. But I digress. Here are your clothes for the day, your highness. I'll leave you to get dressed. I'll be right outside the door if you need me.